What's good YouTube, Blue Septal here, and today we are doing a full raid team suggested suggested by Pokemaster. This person just suggested that I do a full raid team from the games, which is Pikachu, Snorlax, Lapras, and the 3 fully evolved starters, and so I did, and let's get right into the battle. So he starts off with a Linoon, which I didn't think anything of. Then he goes for a belly drum, and I just laughed my head off because I went for a brick break. Lucky I put a brick break on my Pikachu. And yes, that was his Linoon down already, and the match has barely even started. So he brings in a Dugtrio, and I try to switch out, but the Dugtrio has that ability where you can't, so he just earthquakes and I'm gone history. I bring in Lapras, he goes for a Stone Edge, misses, and then I go for an Ice Beam, and blah, hit, and that is his Dugtrio down. Next one we have is a Suicune. They kept going for a Calm Mind, which I don't know why, but I brought out my Snorlax Venusaur, kept going for Calm Mind. I think they did like 3 or 4. The funniest part about it, my Solar Beam took it down in one hit. Like, watch this. Their special defense was up 2.5x, whatever that means. It's times, I know. Their defense is up high, all I know. And my Venusaur brought it down with one Solar Beam, so I switched into my Snorlax for this Durant, and this Durant can't do nothing to Snorlax. So it brings in Whimsicott. I go for an Earthquake. That was supposed to be for Durant. I didn't think they would switch out. But that Whimsicott takes it like a champion. And I bring in Charizard. They go for a substitute. I go for an Earth Slash, but they go for Toxic. I'm speaking too fast. They go for a Toxic miss, and then I go for a Earth Slash. Hit it, and it fades away. Now I was expecting them to go for another substitute, so I just went for a regular Flamethrower. But they actually didn't. They went for Toxic, and I still hit my Flamethrower off. I actually was gonna go for Fleur Blitz, and yes, I just went for Flamethrower instead. So he brings in an Electro, so I switch into my Venusaur, and I kind of thought that this Electros was going to have some type of fire move on it, so I switched into my Blastoise, and I was right, it has Flamethrower. I don't know why I predicted that. And then I tried to be cocky and use my Blastoise to bring out his Electros, but that Electros brought down my Blastoise. I thought my Blastoise would have been tanky enough to take a hit. So I bring in my Snorlax again, and then he goes for a knockoff, and it knocks off my Rocky Helmet. And then I go for a Psychic, because I can't use Earthquake because its ability is Levitate. And I switch into Lapras instead. What my plan was to just go for an Ice Beam and try to get Freeze off. But instead, I went for a Rain Dance, just in case anything happened. Because in the last match I had against Randover, I actually got paralyzed, so that Rain Dance helped me because its ability was Hydration. And so I go for a Sludge Bomb, and lucky I get the poison off. And this Venusaur is taking Flamethrower like a champion. This Venusaur is just like, come at me. Venusaur takes down the Electros like there was no tomorrow. He brings in his Durant. I wasn't expecting much, so I go for a... brings me down to 2 HP, but that Venusaur's taking it like a champ. So I go for Synthesis, but I didn't know that the rain cuts down Synthesis, because I find this, actually just learned that today in the middle of this match, and I was like, why is Synthesis not doing much? X-Scissor, survive, and then this is Synthesis goes up like halfway. I'm like, what? And I was like thinking, it must have been the rain. So I go for another Synthesis just to pay this guy off, and then I switch into Charizard to try to go for like a Fleur Blitz, and he goes for Stone Edge and brings down my Charizard. No! So I bring in Snorlax and Earthquake, and boom! Shakalaka. That was the end of the match. I can't really say much about this guy's team. I don't know what the point of that team was. Suicune and Dugtrio were the only good members he had in his team. But I still brought him down. I was kind of just cocky and messing about. That's why I lost a lot of Pokemon. I probably could have sweeped his team with like a Lapras or something. So, yep, GG. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.